If you are in Nigeria, I will expatiate on that later. Paragraph 2, this is the gentlemen of the press. Are you not denying our people from, can you spread? Is there ways you can spread? For the past 3 years, it is not the nation of Ghana or Switzerland facing the challenge of terrorism. It is the Nigerian nation. So whether you are from Damaturu or Uhuala or Dambata, it has to do with Nigerian nation. 3 years, and yet we're tackling my paragraph 3. We have successfully, as a nation, a moment of truth is what we call this. Several other nations face their challenge. Let us, as a nation, face our own challenge. And precisely that is my message. In the 4th paragraph, there is a war on terrorism. It's not only a Nigerian affair alone. I lived a third of my life, my young life, abroad, about 18 years. America, Europe, Russia, they have challenge of terrorism. I wish I have a chance to give a lecture on the causes of terrorism, but simply, some people challenge the authority of the state, and they do it with whatever means, weapon at their disposal. As a strategist, it's also another part of warfare, which nations must face. I want to read paragraph 5, the line. Since terrorism became a global challenge, countries have evolved their own response to threats posed by terrorism. France, Great Britain, Russia. I lived in these countries, I have worked there. They face terrorism, very stiff military challenge. They don't play with it. We're here today, you are at peace, because a nation is challenging, we are facing threats against our stability. In France, for instance, total war is declared on terrorism. I spent the better part of 11 years living in France. I speak perfect French. I wrote 4 MScs, MPhil, LLM with French, and therefore I know the culture. Total warfare on terrorism. The same with Russia. Russia happens to be a very largest country in Europe. Most people do not know that Russians are Europeans. I don't want to give you a lecture on it. If you know Zelensky, and all those powerful people, Rambo, they're also Russians. But then the global war, we are now living in a nation where I don't say I'm from a particular village. Britain, where I was in Cambridge, total warfare on terrorism. Can we say the same thing about the largest country in Africa, the most populated? No. We're yet to grasp ourselves into holistic peace. Nigerian nation belongs to all of us. The military that serves you, they're part of the city. Even the footballers, even the cleaners. Our approach to terrorism must be collective, must be total. And this is our message here. Deal with terrorism in the best way. Certainly there will be errors, which we agree. Certainly there will be challenges. But do not let us create another field of terrorism, fighting those who are fighting terrorism. I'm on my paragraph 9 and 10 in the US, in Europe. Now the media. During the time of President Obasanjo, I wrote a fantastic piece. I used to write speeches as a strategist. And I had a sentence. It needed no Jesus or Muhammad to tell us that Nigerian press, extremely wonderful, extremely powerful, but most times they don't serve the interests of Nigerian nation. Quote me anyway. It doesn't happen in France. Example, a terrible paper was written against Nigeria. I was in the foreign service. So we rushed to the French press. They said, no, Oga, you have something to write against France? We said, yes. They said, no. Go to your country and write it. The French press will not write anything against the nation of France. But our press, you want to destabilize Nigeria, pay a journalist. You want to talk something about the military, pay a journalist. We need to come together. the press, the cleaner, the lecturer, the honorable defend the interests of Nigeria. My paragraph 11, and I'm reading. You should not ask what is wrong with Nigeria. Do we have a model? At the University of Cambridge, I met a lady, one of our students. She said, we are organizing. A British girl. I said, organizing you? She said, no, we are suffering from a Ogoni problem. I said, in Cambridge, you? He said, no, no, no. We are feeling global treatment of Ogoni. And it occurred to me that she knows what he's saying. But how many persons would you find on the street to say, we want to fight against terrorism? The Nigerian model must evolve. And gentlemen of this lecture, please let it come. We need a model. What I mean by a model, what do we have on the card to fight terrorism? I must tell you, like I tell friends, I'm one of the non-uniform members of the nation's intelligentsia. If you see my colleagues in uniform, yes. I don't wear uniform, I'm not a soldier, but I'm an intellectual of the defense industry. We need to be serious. The army cannot safeguard the country against the system when it does not have support. Total support must be given to our armed forces against Boko Haram and other threats. My paragraph 15, I therefore challenge this conference to review the conditions under which Nigerian military achieved its success. Yes, we've achieved. Yes, it has been decimated. But we are fighting an asymmetric warfare. A warfare by you may be sitting together with somebody carrying weapons on him. The question is, what happens to those who make public policy? What should you want to destroy people? I'm a Muslim, and I tell friends, for the beauty of it, I'm also a Christian. To be a Muslim, you must first of all be a Christian. 517 years between Jesus and Muhammad. Yes, it's a lineage. If it is religion, no religion preaches destruction of state, killing of people, no religion. But if you have sect, you have something against the nation, say it democratically. This is the purpose of our being here. My last paragraph, my hope is that you will be able to come up with a template, a serious outline to give us what we needed. And may I, as an expert in the security industry, request you to give total support to our military, total support for our instrument of warfare. No nation, no nation, no nation plays with that instrument. I don't know whether I'm communicating. Am I? Yes. Have a nice day. Thank you.